2013 brought forth new education reform legislation for Iowa, and with it, a new approach to peer review. In an effort to align with the law, and more importantly, in working to use collaboration to enhance the effectiveness of our instruction in the district, every teacher will now have additional opportunities to share their own practices and get feedback from their colleagues in the classroom.
Definitely something like drawing a picture or...
But peer review is not an isolated process. It is connected to many other state and district initiatives, including your individual teacher professional development plan, your school's comprehensive school improvement plan, the district comprehensive school improvement plan, and the district strategic plan. Together, each of these items play a role in helping us move to new levels of student achievement. And here's how the peer review process works. In self-selected groups of no more than 4 colleagues, participants will go through a defined process that inspires a safe, open, and collaborative conversation.
Materials that I already have.
This dialogue allows each member to act as a tool in identifying the areas of growth within our own teacher's instruction. One group member is selected as the presenter, while the others take the role as the peer review members. Chosen by the presenter, a class project or unit is guided through the 4 critical questions of learning that the presenter then clearly states and answers.
What I expect my students to learn is the part-whole relationship of numbers. They will be able to find the missing part when given a part and a whole. They'll be able to find what's missing.
The presenter then continues to the remaining questions. How will I know when my students have learned it? How will I respond when my students don't learn it? And how will I respond when my students already know it? Peer review members only listen during the presenter's 10-minute assessment of the 4 critical questions of learning. It's in the next 5 minutes where the peer review members get the opportunity to respond with clarifying questions. This portion is meant to offer a better understanding of the instruction in relation to the 4 critical questions of learning.
So how will you pick partners for the kids who already know the concept?
In answering, the presenter gives short, refined explanations that oftentimes are nothing more than a simple sentence.
So the students who typically already know a concept before it's taught is usually the same. So I'll choose from that group of students, and they usually work very well together and independently.
It might be easy here for the presenter to elaborate on their responses, but it's important that they do wait until their opportunity to respond later in the process. Moving forward, the peer review members inquire probing questions that prompt the presenter to challenge and evaluate the cognitive thinking behind the instruction.
You mentioned that students can use cubes to solve the problems. Have you ever thought about allowing them to use other materials or strategies? And can you give me some examples?
Sure, I think kids could use any other type of manipulative that we have available in the classroom. They could draw a picture or use other strategies that we've learned previously in the year, like colored counters. They could draw a picture. They can use strategies like counting on, counting back, or use a number line as well.
5 minutes provides the presenter with enough time to thoroughly answer each question with a longer, more involved response than those of the clarifying questions. Now with feedback, the presenter takes 10 minutes to reflect out loud with the peer review members and make the connection from the areas of improvement to the exploration of how they could modify their instruction.
So I really liked what you asked about manipulatives. I think for some students that would be great and they would do really well with a choice in manipulatives, but I think other students would struggle with that option. So what would you do in that situation? What would you suggest?
I completely agree. I think that you know your students best, so you know what their needs are.
The collegial peer review process gives teachers a dedicated time sharing and learning from others who walk in their shoes every day. And because it improves the practice of every teacher, we hope that it also helps our students achieve. The goal is not to just hold peer review sessions because we're required to. As a district, we are dedicated to using this collaborative and descriptive feedback in ways that take our entire district to higher levels of engagement and critical thinking. The Dubuque Community School District, relying on each other to improve instruction and prepare our students for a lifetime of success.